Thank you for accepting us to this European Congress. The title of our presentation is Opinion and Perceptions about How New Family Models Conceived through Assisted Reproduction Techniques and Parenthood Differ between different generations in Argentina. So, together with the research consumer consulting company Opinaya, we carry out an investigation in order to measure the knowledge, opinion, and acceptance in relation to several topics surrounding ART in Argentina. What was our study question? What is the degree of acceptance of new family models using ART, and what is the childbearing perception among different generations in Argentina? The summary answer was that the youngest accept different family conformations through fertility treatment more than the older. In a greater proportion, the youngest consider that happiness is not linked to childbearing. What is known already? Human reproduction changed dramatically in the last 40 years with the development of assisted reproductive techniques. In accordance with gender diversity, self-acceptance, and social openness, new family models are today a new reality. Since 2013 in Argentina, we have a fertility national law that covers all the treatments, allowing full access to ART regardless of marital status or sexual orientation or preference. However, there is still a legal vacuum around surrogacy, which hinders treatment, particularly to male couples. How was our study designed? This is a cross-disciplinary descriptive study based on data obtained from structured and self-administered online survey carried out through Opinaya with closed and open question and opinion scale from June 15 to June 25 from last year, and we surveyed a representative sample of 1,800 people from the general population. Sample error was 2.3, under the assumption of probabilistic sample with a 95% of confidential interval. Data set were weighted according to the latest available population parameters as for gender, age, socioeconomic level, and area of residence, as we can see in the next slide. So our sample distribution was, regarding the gender, was 51% female, 49% male. We divided our sample in 4 age groups. Centennials, 22% of our population, millennials, 23%, X generation, 28%, and baby boomers, 27%. Baby boomers are people over the age 50. Regarding socioeconomic level, we divided our sample in 3. 5% for high socioeconomic level, 45% for medium, and 50% for low. And regarding geographic location, we divided our sample in 6. Our region of Buenos Aires is included in the first group called AMBA. So we perform a large survey that includes 20 questions. Here for this presentation, we select and analyze 2 of them. And the opinion scale for the answers were totally agree, disagree, totally disagree, or don't know. So 5 possible answers. So the first question that we analyze is, what is your level of agreement or disagreement that the following people can conceive children through ART? As here, as we can see in the slide, we have a 92 agreement for traditional heterosexual couples, but we start the decrease of agreement proportion when we measure for non-traditional family models. So for single woman projects, 76% of agreement. For single men, 65 agreement. For female couples, 62% agreement. And for male couples, 59%. Just to highlight that those who perceive themselves homosexual, they agree in 89% for single woman project, and only 37% of baby boomers, those who are over 50, agreed to single men project. So as we can see here, we observe a tendency toward accepting more monoparental projects than same-sex couple projects. For the same question, when we analyze this sample according to the 4 age groups, here we see that for a totally agree answer, here for heterosexual couples, we don't see a remarkable difference between the acceptance of each of the groups. But when we start for non-traditional family conformation, single woman, single man, female couples, or male couples, we start observing a very pronounced decrease of acceptance. For example, if we take a single woman project in centennials, we observe a 63% of agreement compared to 33% agreement for baby boomers. The same happens with female couples, 60% of agreement for centennials to 24% agreement for baby boomers. So clearly we see that youngers accept new family models more in a very strong proportion than baby boomers. For the second question that we analyzed, the second question was if people without children can be as happy as those with children. So for this question, the global population, we see an agreement of 66%. And also we also observe a tendency toward believing that happiness is not related to parenthood by the youngest. As here we can see in the graphic that 75% of centennials agree with this sentence, but only 62% of baby boomers agree that having children don't make you happy. So although this is a representative sample of Argentinian population based upon official national census, and thus it accurately represents the local distribution concerning age, gender, socioeconomic level, and geographic location, our is a descriptive and observational study that are the main reasons for caution. But also we noticed that there are wider implications and findings that comes from our investigation. First, this is the first study, as far as we know, about new family models in Latin America. And the study sample represents the national population and reflects clearly social trends. And it allows predicting future scenarios for policymakers, especially to plan effective education strategies and to consider the distribution of public health funds for fertility treatment, something that's so important in Latin America. So thank you very much for your attention, and wish it to be again in the presidential congresses.